You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Y&R fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for Monday, September 30th through Friday, October 11th. Daniel Romalotti is absolutely crushed, and Sharon Newman is busy stalking her next victim. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to dive into all the action coming these 2 weeks, beginning on Monday, September 30th. So Sharon comes home on Monday with a cover story. She just needed to get away for a few days and tells Mariah and Nick that basically they were scrutinizing her and keeping such a close eye on her that it basically made her feel smothered. But she's had a couple of days away and she realizes, yes, she needs to get back on track. She already contacted her doctor, and says that she did go spend some time at Cassie's grave and talk to her dead daughter just about, the darkness inside of her. But she is definitely not confessing to the killing. And we have Daniel and Lucy coming home on Monday, realizing Heather isn't there. Lucy sees that there's an overnight bag missing. Daniel is trying to text and call Heather. Sharon, once she's alone, sends a text to Daniel from Heather's phone saying that she just can't deal with all the stress of Sharon and is taking some time away for herself. And of course, Daniel is very worried. And speaking of Daniel, Phyllis is pressing Billy to rehire her son while she's getting all enthused about them kicking butt at Abbott Chancellor and taking down Victor. And Billy says he'll consider the Daniel rehire, but he wants to focus on taking down Victor. And Phyllis again asks, do you really want war, or do you want to accept Victoria's offer to buy you out to just stop this? And Billy is all about Jill's legacy and says he's going to fight. Phyllis is concerned that as a thrill-seeking person, that's what it's about, and says that he will wind up publicly humiliated if he loses to Victor. But Billy is very, very confident and looks like Victoria may be part of his strategy. So we also have Mariah just suspicious about her mom, especially with a different ringtone on her phone. And Sharon does some lying to cover up for that being Heather's ringtone and says it's an alert she set for her medication. After Nick and Mariah take off, then Cameron is back talking in Sharon's ear and says that everything's going to blow over. She's not going to get caught for killing Heather. And he is pressing her, saying, now you need to focus on killing Daniel, and then you'll have peace of mind. Tuesday, October 1st, Victor is grilling Victoria about her loyalty to Billy Abbott. And of course, she did try and go warn her ex-husband, but he is so overconfident, he won't listen. Billy thinks he can use Victoria against Victor, and I think Victor thinks that he can use Victoria against Billy. So I think she's about to be a pawn in this game. Nate is on the receiving end of a mysterious message with his dad's ex, Amy Lewis, coming to town. It could be about a family matter. And Kyle is busy trying to outmaneuver Audra at Glissade. He wants her out of his way. He wants to be the sole CEO, which is what she also wants. So this is going to get messy. Wednesday, October 2nd, Victor confronts Kyle and Audra with a challenge. I'm sure it's something about getting Glissade going to take down Jabot. Victor's got so many vendettas working right now. It's insane. And speaking of vendettas, Jack and Diane spend some time strategizing. This is the same spoiler we've had for them like every other week for a couple of months now, and they don't actually ever do anything. So if they're going to strategize, let's see them implement, put some of these plans into action. And the big spoiler for Wednesday, of course, is that Daniel gets devastating news. So Either he's going to get a text from Heather's phone saying, I'm leaving you, don't contact me, some of Sharon cover story, or he is going to be told that Heather's body was found. That's probably what it's going to be, just based on some other spoilers, but we'll see. It could just be a Dear John text telling him they're over, which obviously would devastate him as well. Thursday, October 3rd, Sharon is struggling to keep up appearances and seem normal, but she's anything but. She is all tied up in her head with crazy Cameron telling her to do murdery things, and Phyllis gets up in her face. She is confronting her, and she thinks that Sharon is up to no good where her family is concerned. Nick comforts Phyllis, and this is, I'm sure, over the bad news that Daniel gets, either that Phyllis's son has been ditched by his girlfriend or that Phyllis's son has lost his girlfriend for good. But Nick is definitely there for Phyllis. And Victor gets together with Lily to do some more plotting, conspiring, and strategizing. Friday, October 4th is the second episode of the new season. I forgot to mention it on Thursday. Thursday is when season 52 kicks off. Friday, we are into that second episode, and Adam and Chelsea have a conversation. He walks up on her and Billy at Crimson Lights. Looks like Billy takes off. Adam and Chelsea talk, and he is going to be using tough love on her. Now, I don't know exactly where he thinks he's going to get with that, and she may just run off again like she always does. And Daniel faces his new reality, what his life is like after this devastating news. It's going to be as a single dad, whether it's because Heather is dead or because she's gone. So he may not know dead and gone yet, but gone. And Billy and Sally spend some time talking and commiserating. And remember, she didn't want to use the word victim about what's been done to them. So I hope this is a more positive conversation. And I'm sure Sally's going to have it on her mind what Audra said she should be doing with him. All right, the second week, October 7th through 11th, more of Daniel's issues and Sharon stalking another victim. So Daniel and Lucy are clearly stunned by events that took Heather from them. There is still, at the point that we're taping this, no confirmation from CBS, YNR, or Vail Bloom that she is done. So that doesn't mean Heather's alive. She may be doing a Cameron thing and haunting her, or they just haven't confirmed because they want some doubt about whether she survived what happened. Billy and Sally's friendship is growing. It'll be interesting to see how Chelsea and Adam will react when they figure this out. Phyllis blames Sharon for what is happening to Daniel's life and is not going to drop her accusations. Sharon is unraveling, but working harder to keep her family from seeing it, while Cameron keeps at her to keep that murderous role going by taking out Daniel, but more people than ever are watching her now. Victor is looking to use Lily against Billy, but Jill's return is coming soon. And that means another ally for Billy, and Lily's corporate treachery may be outed. Jess Walton filmed scenes as Jill Abbott last week, and those will air in November Sweeps, which kicks off at the end of October. Audra's hitting back at Kyle after he comes for her in the week before. And Phyllis has a standalone episode October 18th for Michelle Stafford's 30th anniversary. And the showrunner said a series of shocking events will further connect Sharon to Daniel's family, including Phyllis, and all the years of hurt feelings and anger between Sharon and Phyllis will reach a boiling point and results in an unexpected ride. So that's pretty interesting. Thank you so much for listening to our 2-week spoilers. Definitely drop your comments on what you're excited to see. Come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt talking Young and the Restless with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.